Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for August 11th, 2020 from 2 Samuel chapter 16. David's prayer is answered. What was David's prayer and how would it be answered? Let's first start with 2 Samuel chapter 15, verse 31. And it was told David, Ahithophel is among the conspirators with Absalom. And David said, O Lord, please turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness. Why was it important for David to pray this particular prayer and to have the counsel to Absalom being changed? Chapter 16, verse 23. Now in those days the counsel of Ahithophel was as if one consulted the word of God. So was all the counsel of Ahithophel esteemed both by David and by Absalom. Both David and Absalom knew the importance of the wisdom of Ahithophel. That is why David said the prayer that he wanted to pray, that the counsel would not be listened to. David also needed a spy, Hushai. 2 Samuel chapter 17, verse 1. Moreover, Ahithophel said to Absalom, Let me choose 12,000 men, and I will arise and pursue David tonight. Verse 5. Then Absalom said, Call Hushai the Archite also, and let us hear what he has to say. And when Hushai came to Absalom, Absalom said to him, Thus has Ahithophel spoken. Shall we do as he says? If not, you speak. Then Hushai said to Absalom, This time the counsel of Ahithophel it has given is not good. Hushai said, You know that your father and his men are mighty men, and that they are enraged, like a bear robbed of her cubs in the field. Besides, your father is an expert in war. He will not spend the night with the people. Verse 14, And Absalom and all the men of Israel said, The counsel of Hushai the Archite is better than the counsel of Ahithophel. For the Lord had ordained to defeat the good counsel of Ahithophel, so that the Lord might bring harm upon Absalom. As a Monday night quarterback, so to speak, taking a look after the game, one could see that the wisdom of Ahithophel was correct. If Absalom wanted David, Ahithophel's response was the correct one. But the Lord turned the hearts of Absalom and the men of Israel against Ahithophel, and they listened to Hushai. God's handiwork would prevail, and David's prayer would be answered. Also, Hushai knew the priests and knew that they would be in contact with David and would tell them the plans. David moved the people and himself to safety. David also learned that not all the people were against him. Verse 28, They brought beads, basins, earthen vessels, wheat, barley, flour, parched grains, beans, and lentils, honey and curds, and sheep and cheese from the herd, for David and the people with him to eat. For they said, The people are hungry and weary and thirsty in the wilderness. God does indeed take care of his people. When things seem to be as dark and as impossible as possible, the Lord prevails. David now sees God's handiwork in action. David saw his prayer being answered, the spy and the people responding with love and taking care of David and his people. Join me again tomorrow as Absalom is defeated. God's peace and many blessings be with you. Thank you for watching, and please take an opportunity to share this video with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois 60544. Thank you again for watching.